Something very strange appears to be happening in Bangladesh. It feels like we're watching a major, covert geopolitical game play out in real time, and the first signs of it are a series of very mysterious, sudden deaths.
And get this, we're talking about around 25 foreign nationals who have all recently died under really suspicious circumstances. But it's not just the number that's raising eyebrows, it's who they were and where they were from.
So, you have to be asking, what on earth is going on here? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down a pretty fascinating theory from our source material that tries to connect the dots in this whole geopolitical mystery.
All right, first things first, to even begin to understand what might be happening, we need to start with the evidence. So, let's take a look at the victims and the trail of clues they've left behind.
According to our source, the list of victims is, well, it's a really strange mix. We've got 17 Americans, most of them apparently former military personnel. Then you've got 7 or 8 Pakistanis, who are reportedly linked to the ISI, Pakistan's intelligence agency. And on top of that, 5 or 6 Turkish nationals. I mean, that is not a combination you see every day.
And listen to how quickly this all went down. The first death was on August 31st, and then it was just a rapid-fire sequence of incidents all through September and October before it all stopped just as suddenly, around November 1st. That kind of tight time frame really suggests a coordinated effort, not just a bunch of random events.
The investigation really starts to zero in on specific locations, and the Westin Hotel in Dhaka became a major hotspot. It all seems to have kicked off with an American, a guy named Terrence Jackson, found dead in room 808. But it didn't stop there. Soon after, more bodies were discovered in the rooms right next door, and even in the hotel swimming pool. We're talking 4 deaths in one hotel. That's a lot.
And it wasn't just the Westin. These incidents were also popping up in other really strategic locations, places like Cox's Bazar, which is near the Rohingya refugee camps, Chittagong, the country's main port city, and the disputed St. Martin Island, a spot the source claims the U.S. has been interested in. These were not random places.
Okay, so we have the victims, the locations, and the timing. How in the world do we connect these dots? Well, let's turn to the central theory from our source material.
And there it is, the core hypothesis, that these deaths weren't accidents, but were actually casualties of a failed covert operation. A secret mission that was discovered and then, well, violently dismantled.
So why this alliance? The US, Pakistan, and Turkey? Seems a bit random, right? But the source suggests it's all about Turkey's unique position. It's a Muslim country, but it's also in NATO. It has super close ties to Pakistan, and it's not on the same page as India when it comes to Kashmir. So you can see how this could, at least in theory, lead to a covert partnership with the US and Pakistan's ISI to counter Indian influence in the region. According to the source, the alleged plot unfolded in a few key stages. First, the alliance forms. Second, they launch a mission inside Bangladesh using these former military and intelligence-linked personnel. And the big goal? To destabilize the pro-India government of Sheikh Hasina and basically push back against India's growing influence in the region.
And here's a really crucial detail that adds a lot of weight to this exposed operation theory. The source claims that right after these incidents started, many American officials were seen literally fleeing the country in a huge hurry. They were apparently told to cover their faces and just get out within hours. That sounds a lot like a panicked withdrawal, doesn't it?
So this leads us to the next logical question. If there was a covert plot, who exposed it? And who were these unknown forces that came in and neutralized these agents?
This really is the heart of the mystery. I mean, if you have a team of trained operatives from 3 different countries being systematically eliminated, who on earth has the capability and the motive to pull that off?
Our source points to 2 primary suspects. First, you've got Chinese agents. Their alleged motive? Protecting China's massive strategic investments in neighboring Myanmar's critical minerals, which could be threatened by any regional instability. The source asserts that Chinese agents are definitely active in that region. Then, on the other hand, you have Indian agents. Their motive would be even more direct, dismantling a plot aimed squarely at destabilizing a friendly, pro-India government right in their own backyard. That would be seen as a direct threat to their national security.
So, you might be thinking, okay, but why Bangladesh? Of all the places in the world, why would this high-stakes shadow war play out there? Let's zoom out a bit and see how this fits into the larger geopolitical picture.
The source argues that Bangladesh is an absolutely critical piece on the global chessboard. I mean, think about it.
It's a gateway to Southeast Asia, it gives you direct access to Myanmar, it can be used as a base for operations related to China, and, this is the big one, it's a key lever for any power wanting to exert influence over India. Its strategic value is just immense. Now, it is crucial to remember that despite all these theories, the official story is much, much simpler and probably deliberately vague. Officially, every single one of these cases is just registered as a suspicious death. That's it. No government is releasing any concrete information. And so we are left with this absolutely tantalizing mystery. If the official story is just the tip of the iceberg, then what massive secret is lying just beneath the surface? A failed covert op? A brilliant counterintelligence strike? Or something else entirely that we can't even imagine? For now, it seems the truth remains hidden in the shadows,